42-year-old Jose LaSalle manages nighttime cleanup at city parks. He faces stop and frisk on a regular basis.
Mess around and jump out on me right now. Yeah, I just got out the train, I'm walking, suddenly, and one of them came in front of me, and then the other one came from behind me and told me to get against the wall. So I guess I fit the profile of somebody that looks suspicious according to them.
Jose joined the movement to end stop and frisk in October after his 15-year-old stepson recorded an abusive police encounter on his iPod.
Oh, when I heard the audio and heard the way the police officer talked to him, I mean, I was infuriated. I was so pissed off because he wanted to be a cop. So imagine now he doesn't trust them and he don't believe in what they're doing. I just got stopped like 2 blocks ago, yo.
You look very suspicious.
Cause y'all always looking at me crazy.
Because you keep looking back at us.
But y'all always looking crazy, yo. Coming up the block, always.
That's our job, man.
To stare at me, yo?
Listen to me. Listen to me. Our job is to look for suspicious behavior. When you keep looking at us like that, looking back.
Cause y'all always like stop. I just got stopped like 2 blocks away, like.
Because you keep doing that shit, man. We stopped you last time. Listen to me. When you're walking the block with your hood up and you keep looking back at us like that, bro, you think you might have something.
Cause I have my hoodie in there.
They do that.
You have your hoodie on your body.
Well, cause it was cold.
Yeah.
You gonna smack me?
Okay.
You gonna smack me? No, you asked me why I have a book bag on.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
You asked me why I had a book bag on.
You
You asked me if I had a book bag on. Yo, why you? Come on, why you touching me for?
You wanna go to jail?
For what?
Shut your fucking mouth, kid.
Why am I getting arrested for?
Shut your mouth.
What am I getting arrested for?
For being a fucking mutt, you know what?
Oh, so that's a law? Being a mutt?
No, shut your fucking mouth.
Cause you asking me questions. I'm answering your questions.
Have some fucking respect.
Cause that's stopping. You always stop me for no reason.
Do you want somebody talking to you?
Why you pushing?
Break your fucking arm.
You're gonna break my arm.
Yeah.
For what?
But I'm gonna fucking break your
For
arm.
what?
Who's your father? Your
You
father's
gonna
on the job?
punch me in my face?
What's your father's name? He's a traffic cop.
Yup.
Figures.
Don't touch me. Okay, he's a traffic. Why you push me like that for? Why you push me like that for?
I swear to God.
Why you
Take
push
a
me like
fucking
that?
walk.
Why you
Take a fucking walk.
Why you
fucking hear me? You fucking with the shit. Take a fucking walk.
Yo, why you touch me like that? When that happened to my stepson, it kind of opened the windows and doors of my mind and it changed my whole direction in life.
Jose has been doing outreach in all the boroughs, raising awareness of the movement and teaching others about their rights.
In the same time they stop you and answer your question, they're supposed to be getting filled out. Yeah. And they're not doing that. I feel like he knows a little more than he's supposed to. Yeah. Y'all definitely are the number one on the list, man. It's sad, but we got to put a stop to this. Do you have a button? A stop and frisk button like this? People are so used to just turning the other cheek. They see something happening and they actually turn their face and say, this ain't got nothing to do with me, I'm gonna mind my business. No, it has a lot to do with you. Because before you know it, somebody in your family is gonna be the one being harassed by the NYPD. We are the new freedom fighters, and we're gonna stop and frisk.
Over half of all New Yorkers stopped by the NYPD are youth between the ages of 14 and 24.
You can try to shelter your children from other bad children, but you can't shelter them from the police.
90% of all documented stops don't result in any charges. This has citizens and civil rights organizations citywide outraged.
We're not distinguishing between those who are criminal and those who are not. And that is responsible for the hue and cry that we're now hearing over stop and frisk.
Activists from Occupy Wall Street, Stop Mass Incarceration Network, and other organizations marched together to the Brownsville, Brooklyn Police Precinct. Last year, Brownsville had the second highest number of stop and frisk, with about 70 people stopped there every day.
I'll take some out, get some out for y'all. Thank you.
It's across this city.
It's across this city.
To stop and frisk.
People need to know.
People need to know.
There's a new generation.
There's a new generation
of freedom riders.
of freedom riders.
We won't stop until we.
We won't stop until we stop and frisk. We won't stop until we stop and frisk.
In a planned act of civil disobedience, protesters demanded an end to stop and frisk while blocking the doors to the precinct.
If you refuse to, you'll be arrested and charged with obstruction of governmental administration.
27 activists were arrested.
This movement is incredibly bringing different sections of people together. And going in with each other.
These are the new freedom riders wherever they're coming from.
I'm Phil Strickland from Vermont. We stand against all injustice, solidarity.
Being arrested in support of all the black, brown, LGBT people who are unfairly targeted.
I'm here so that no one knows brother ever has to die in his jail cell ever again.
Who are you protecting? Who are you protecting? Who are you protecting? Who are you protecting?
When Obama gonna do something?
Councilman Peter Vallone, Chair of Public Safety, says Stop and Frisk has succeeded in saving countless lives by removing thousands of weapons from New York City streets.
These gangbangers won't even carry guns anymore because they know they're going to get stopped.
Defenders of Stop Question Frisk, including Mayor Bloomberg and Police Commissioner Ray Kelly, say the policy plays a primary role in the city's dramatic drop in violent crime.
Ray Kelly gives Stop and Frisk the most credit for this crime decrease. That's the one thing that is working. You can tell by the amount of guns we get off the street, 800 per year.
But critics argue that crime and murder are down nationwide, and that the increase in stops hasn't resulted in more weapons found.
If we look at the stats for Stop and Frisk, we're doing a horrible job of catching the criminals. Because where are they? Why aren't they showing up in those stats?
But in New York's high crime neighborhoods, many residents support aggressive policing.
I think they're doing a damn good job, if you really want to hear me say that. In my neighborhood, yes, crime has gone down. And why? Because there's more police on the street. If you're in the black neighborhood, of course you're going to stop minorities. Who else are you stopping?
When they find a gun on one of these little hoodlums, you know, we happy that they did, because who knows what they're going to do with that gun.
In spite of some successes, critics say part of the problem with Stop and Frisk is that police are mandated to make a certain number of stops monthly, and this de facto quota system forces police to violate civil rights and abuse minority communities.
The push for Stop, Question, and Frisk is in fact creating an integrity problem for the department.
Cops feel like they're caught between a rock and a hard place. They're asked to deliver unreasonable and unrealistic numbers.
Ex-cop Michael Mickman was fired from the NYPD in 2000 and has written a book about his decade as a corrupt cop.
We have to make numbers. We have to abuse somebody. Who are we going to abuse? The bottom of the totem pole, the underbelly of society, the most abused, lowest class people in New York.
I think we can hit a level of too many stops, and we may be there now. That's something we need to keep an eye on. We've got to make sure that this is a highly monitored program, but that does not mean we end the program because people will die.
Many believe the Stop and Frisk policy is abused and damages police-community relations.
If people in those communities feel harassed by the police, the innocent people, then they won't cooperate with the police to find the real and serious criminals.
They threw me on the wall, handcuffed me. I said, what is that about? Well, we got to check you out. I'm not a killer or anything. I'm just buying a beer and it's closed.
They go in, like they grab the ball sacks.
I had the cuffs on me and had an officer pull a gun in my face and threaten me not to move. Where am I going with cuffs?
Van stopped, a couple of cops came out, and they started rushing us, like, get against the wall, get against the wall. Let me know if you have something on you. And it's like, no, we're working. It's obvious we're working. Look, we're in our work outfits. We're all wearing the same thing. We're not a gang that says landscaping across it, so.
70-year-old activist Joseph Jazz Hayden sees Stop and Frisk as a direct pipeline to racial disparities in the prison system.
Every court that you go to in New York City, all you see is black, brown, and beige. You think you was in a third world country. The time is 20 to 9, and we have 2 police officers just walked up. Looking for what? Yeah, ain't that something, man? That's a major crime. Man, you just fucking up that man's life for nothing. For absolutely nothing. People out here killing one another. You run around trying to catch somebody with some weed. The fuck is that? And handcuff the man like he a dangerous criminal. Look at this shit, man.
The most important thing right now that I see is waking people up. There's too many people right now laying dormant or sleeping.
That's why education is the most important part. Wake up. That's the button we need to have now. Yeah, wake the fuck up.
Jazz and Jose join other civil rights groups citywide in conducting formal and informal cop watches regularly.
How you doing today? The weapons that we have, the guns that we have, right, is these cameras. This is our gun, and we need to pull them out and start shooting back. So far, this man is there with his children and his wife. And so now we're just waiting to see what's going to happen and see why they're going to continue the harassment for and stuff of that nature. I've been out here doing Copwatch, right, for the past month, and I'm bringing more people with me because we got to pick up the pace and let these officers know that they can no longer continue to abuse us out here. We're going to continue to put them on video, YouTube, let the world know what kind of people they are and how they treat us.
As awareness grows, a diverse coalition of New Yorkers are pushing for change. The Police Reform Organizing Project, or PROP, is hoping to pressure politicians by amassing 25,000 signatures against stop and frisk, quotas, and police harassment of minorities.
Hi, are you against racist cops? Are you against racist cops?
Of course.
Would you like to sign? Hi, are you against racist cops?
I just need to sign.
Yep, just
That's
show our
it?
strength in numbers.
Petition?
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I can get in on that.
The people who take a second to make the difference.
Robert Pinter, a prop activist, joined the movement last year, inspired by his own false arrest.
I remain hopeful that this old school form of organizing, the petition drive, is going to have a profound effect on the policy and practices of the New York City Police Department.
I bet you've had it happen to you, right?
Never happened to me.
It never happened to you? You're the... I can tell you, since I've been standing here for 2 hours, you're the first person of color male who said to me that it hasn't happened to me.
I just got into the city yesterday.
Ah! Wait till the end of the day.
And this is just one clipboard. We have about 7 of them today. The residents of New York are very, 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 very engaged with this issue. The fact that the stop and frisk policy, they stop nearly 2,000 people a day, mostly African American and Latino men, a day in New York City. This affects thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Emboldened by the rising movement, council members demanded answers from Police Commissioner Ray Kelly during a contentious city council meeting held in March.
Stop and frisk actually went up. Shootings also went up. So there's no correlation between the thing that you're doing that we're saying is having a very bad effect and demoralizing not only the community, but the police officers who don't want to be doing it. How do you look at the numbers that I just told you that are your own numbers and say that Stop, Question, and Frisk is a successful program?
Well, I think the question is what would happen if it
was
a go.
No.
Well,
you said it was to get guns. Wait, no, because this is
you asked me to answer the question.
Right.
I'm answering the question.
Okay.
I also said in my remarks that last year was the first year in Brooklyn that we had under 200 murders in 50 years. I think that's significant.
Can you explain the discrepancies between the stop and frisk that you're doing in these districts and the gun violence not going down?
Well, I think overall violence is going down when you look at the big picture.
This is an issue people feel, my community feels under siege. And I understand what you're saying about the intent. What I'm saying is that these figures should be of concern.
We always have an issue with...
I haven't heard any public acknowledgement that there's recognition of that.
There's always an issue of tension because of what we do. Yes, the police arrest people. We use force. We're the bearers of bad news. We do stop and question people. Yes, at the very least, take their time. But what I haven't heard is any solution to the violence problem in this community. People are upset about being stopped. Yet, what is the answer? What have you said about how do we stop this violence? What have leaders of the communities of color said? What is their tactic and strategy to get guns off the street? Don't tell me a gun buyback program. You know, that's a big one.
I agree.
A lot of politicians.
No, it's not.
You know, people say that the gun
there
buyback
needs to be
program.
prevention and deeper community-based tactics and strategies. I would agree with you there.
Yeah.
But I think there has to be an
that?
acknowledgement
What
that
is
these
that?
things...
We won't stop until we stop and frisk. We won't stop until we stop and frisk.
Those committed to stopping stop and frisk say their campaign has just begun.
I think that the police have the obligation to save lives, at the same time that they observe the constitutional rights of people who are not involved in criminality, that it is not an either-or proposition.
What we want to do is take all these resources that they're pouring into stop and frisk, the prison industrial complex, and we want to take that out and put that into building up caring communities.
There's always been racial profiling, there's always been targeting the blacks and Spanish people in the ghetto, and that's not going to change until people like me and other people like my comrades start standing up and showing the world what's taking place in these ghettos.